What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? This is day 3 of the V.E.D.A challenge series, V.E.D.A Vlog Every Day April. And I actually had another topic to talk about today, besides today's big news in the gaming industry. Today was going to be WrestleMania predictions, because WrestleMania is this Sunday. But, man, the news that just broke out today, Disney has shut down LucasArts. After the big buyout, they bought out Lucasfilm, they bought out LucasArts. They own the Star Wars license now, and they just decided, no, we're just going to shut down LucasArts and Star Wars 1313 and First Assault, I can't remember the real name of it right now, but yeah, those games are canceled. Actually, no, sorry, let me rephrase that. There was a press release that said that they could still be released under different publishers or developers if they choose to do so. Man, this sucks. I mean, okay, there's no shortage of Star Wars video games out there, but the fact is that people aren't going to get 1313, which I really don't know all that much about, because there's only really 2 Star Wars games that I really want to come out, but they're probably not going to happen now. So there was that, and then there was the First Assault. The First Assault thing kind of irks me a little bit, because this was a title that they were going to release, and this was going to help developers say, okay, if you guys like this game, if you buy this in droves, then we'll get back to making Battlefront 3. We'll start from scratch, or we'll try and get the engine from Free Radical, people that still technically own it, even though they're a defunct company now. It just really upsets me that there's not going to be a Battlefront 3. And most importantly, I know a lot of people don't really care about this, but for me it's important. We're not going to get a closure on this series, the Force Unleashed series, which I really, really enjoyed. I know everyone was just like, oh man, this one's bad because it's only 4 hours long. It's like, really, do you really want to be playing a game like this, like a hack and slash beat 'em up type game for 20 hours? No, it needs to be short. I mean, it doesn't need to be this short, but especially with one whole level taking place on Dagobah, and it takes like 2 minutes to beat. But man, like, the story of this was so good, and this one left it on such a cliffhanger. Why would you do that? Plus, like, the what-if scenarios. It's like, okay, I've got the Ultimate Sith edition of the first game here. I'm like, what if this happened? What if Starkiller turned to the dark side and became evil? And, you know, in the DLC for this, like, you go around killing the heroes of Star Wars, and in this one, you finish the job. And in this one, spoiler alert for the DLC, if you haven't played it already, Luke's already dead when they get to Endor to blow up the second Death Star's shield reactor. Leia's a Jedi, and a pretty kick-ass Jedi. So it really sucks, because we're never going to get a closure to this. I really want a closure on this because of the way the good ending ends. Why can't they make this? I mean, no, we're just going to keep getting the stupid CGI series of the Clone Wars, which I can't understand how it's been on this long. It's non-canonical. It doesn't fall in between episodes 2 and 3. I mean, the Cartoon Network animated Powerpuff Girls style one, that was in canon, not this one. I don't know why, because, like, you know, Anakin's not a master, because in the 3rd movie he's like, you're on this council, but you're not the Grand Master, and he goes, what? How can you be on the council, not a master? That's probably the best Hayden Christensen impersonation you're ever going to find. So, as I drop the games on the floor, it really sucks because I can't get we're not going to get any more Star Wars games. I mean, LucasArts have always been great about making us live through these series. I mean, you've got, you know, the Knights of the Old Republic series done by BioWare and Obsidian. And the GameCube, the Rogue Squadron series. I mean, how great were these games? I mean, and this one too. This one's got scenes from this was released during the DVD release of the original trilogy. Plus, there's a mode you can play all the missions from the second game co-op. So that's a lot of fun. And then, of course, you know, we love us some Lego games around here. Come on, the Lego Star Wars games. We haven't gotten the Clone Wars yet because, like, I just went on my big rant about the Clone Wars. So, and I haven't had a chance to play any of the LucasArts adventure games, like Grim Fandango, The Secret of Monkey Island, Full Throttle. I haven't had a chance to play those games at all, but I think I owe it to myself now that the company's now gone to go back and play those, or actually just purchase them. I know the first two Monkey Islands are on Xbox Live. Full Throttle, I think you can get on Steam or on GOG.com, goodoldgames.com. Well, I'm going to look into those. But man, this is a sad day to see this company go down because almighty Disney doesn't want to produce these. So, but with the announcement they made or later on the day that they may give it to other publishers, still remains to be seen. But now what I'm hoping is, because we're never ever probably ever going to get Battlefront 3, I want someone to take Battlefield 4 when it comes out. I want someone to make a badass mod for it. I want someone to model freaking AT-AT walkers. I want this gigantic Hoth map. Because one of the big things, if you've seen tech demos of Battlefront 3, one of the big things was you could get into a ship on ground. I think it's on a Coruscant level. You could get into a fighter. You could fly up. You could go through the atmosphere and dock within like a Star Destroyer and then walk around that. I mean, these worlds were huge. This was going to be such a great game, and then, everything closes down. So, in closing for today's V.E.D.A video, my my plea to developers: if you've got this rich story, try to contain it in one game, because the way that companies are getting shut down, with THQ closing up, I doubt we're ever going to see Darksiders 3, and Darksiders 2 ended on a cliffhanger. Stop ending games on cliffhangers, because the way the industry is now, you're probably never going to make the third or second game in your series. So, unless you do crowdsourcing, and the way that it's going, crowdsourcing is probably going to go down the tubes here soon. So, sorry this one's so long. I'm going to try not to make these Vitas very long. The only ones I think are going to go like really long are my WrestleMania predictions and then my WrestleMania reactions after the fact. So those are coming. So probably tomorrow we'll get into, because the card is now finalized, so we'll talk about the WrestleMania card, my predictions, and then we'll see how right I was. Will I go 10 for 10? Will I go 5 for 10? We'll have to wait and see. So, thanks for tuning in for day 3 of the V.E.D.A challenge, V.E.D.A vlog every day April, and we will see you tomorrow.